Hey, what's up guys, Kieran Crypto here and welcome to a new video. Now if you're new to the channel, make sure to like and subscribe for new cool videos. Now I've been going for a few days, but today finally we're going to be covering a really cool project on the Cardano blockchain called Metaplanes. Now this guy's actually started minting on the 29th of January and I think they sold more than half already, so it's a really good sign. A lot of people wanted these planes. Reason why is because they're actually building something really cool. They're planning to build a metaverse, and within the metaverse you're going to be able to use your metaplanes as a means of travel within the metaverse. They're also planning to do a play to earn game, but that being said, we're going to go over the art, we're going to go over the white paper, see what's all about and see what they have to offer in the next year or two. So jumping into the website, we have the metaplanes. Of course, these are some of the actual metaplanes right here. They look quite cute and nice. Obviously that they're following the whole pixelated art. Right here we have some different variations of the planes. It's actually pretty cool with all the historical stuff in the background, Coliseum and stuff like that, the Moais and the Eastern Islands, I believe. So what exactly are metaplanes? So metaplanes is a collection of planes created with pixel art flying the skies of Cardano. All planes are created uniquely with an amazing art. These planes aim to build a strong community within Cardano and expand its wings into the metaverse. Come fly with us and find out more. So like I mentioned before, you can mint right now. So if you press mint, it'll send you directly to the minting page. The cool thing about this website is the structure is very nice and simple and easy to read. It's not like other websites where it says mint and you just send the money and that's it. The way they made it here is actually very nice. You have your price, the exact amount. It just looks neat, right? You have your address, you can copy it and kind of gives you little instructions what exactly it is, right? So it says send the exact amount, of course, only send a single transaction and so on and so on. We have also the time right here. And of course some socials on the side. So they have currently 3,333. Like I mentioned, they sold already more than halfway, so they're in a good path right now. So jumping into the roadmap, which is called the air map, makes sense. So yeah, a lot of stuff to talk about here. We're gonna go over some of these ones. So first quarter of 2022, which is now, obviously the bundle community, they had their pre-sale and public mint. The website is basically done. I spoke to the founder of this project to see what they're all about, what their plans is, and they have a lot going on, and pretty cool guy, pretty chill guy. So he sent me the website. We have the DAO here. 50% of secondary royalties will be used to stabilize floor and given back to the holders. We're gonna have community pool to support secondary market and use for charity donations. So right here it says collaborating with other Cardano projects. Me, maybe, who knows? I've been speaking to him, maybe talking about a collaboration, because I'm also building a metaverse, so kind of putting both projects together and see, you know, how we can benefit from each other and make it work. Could be a possibility, we'll see in the future. But anyway, so it says a collaboration with other Cardano projects for a boutique collection to have their NFTs designed into Metaplanes. Finish artwork and designs for boutique collection and mint. Construction of interactive website to support staking, owner verification, and tokens. So they're going to be creating their own token by the looks of it. They're going to have staking. I don't know what the exact parameters are for the staking, how much you're going to earn by staking your NFT, but I'm sure that will be said later on in the future and on Discord once they make their announcements. So just like I said, creation of their in-house token, and they're going to be showing the tokenomics, where it's going to be distributed, airdrop tokens to OG and verified holders. We're also going to have implementation of rarity-based reward system for stake planes. So I'm gonna assume that depending on what plane you get, if it's more rare, your earnings for staking your plane will be higher. I mean, should be like that. I'm gonna guess if they're introducing a rarity reward system. So third quarter of 2022, artwork and concept finalization for their G2 fighter planes. I guess that's going to be their Series 2, you could say. Obviously, they're gonna have their pre-sale and public mint. Initial process of 3D rendering and programming of G1 metaplanes. I'm curious to see how the 3Ds are going to look like this, because right now obviously they're pixelated. Are they planning to stay with the same style, pixelated 3D? Is that even possible? 3D pixelated NFTs. But if they could do that, I mean, pretty sick. It would be cool if they have a plane and you can rotate it or something, or it had some cool animation attached to it. That would be pretty nice. So I'm going to assume that on the third quarter 22, they're going to start slowly talking about the integration with the metaverse and so on and so on, and how that's going to work. So, fourth quarter of 2022, metaverse integration for Metaplanes to be used for travel. Now, this is kind of like I'm still confused how this works. I had a talk with him, but you know how that's gonna work. But he wants to He wants to bridge different projects together, and you want to be able to use your planes to travel from one spot to another. Okay, not exactly how that works exactly. It is going to be something interactive, you know, when you go to the website and you can go to different projects using your planes. If there's going to be a reward system where you can take other people or so on and so on, still kind of new to me, but it's a very cool concept. So just like I mentioned here, reward system for holders when their planes are used for travel in the metaverse. We also have real airline ticket giveaway for lucky winners. So yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, if you have a plane, can you take a bunch of people with you, and you can charge a fee or something like that? It's still kind of confusing, but obviously, like, this is the air map, not road map, air map. Well, you know, once we know more about this, I mean, I would love to have a fully fledged out white paper, but it's still cool. I mean, I love the idea of what they're trying to make. I think it has a lot of potential, and the founder is really cool guy. So I mean, pretty cool stuff coming up. So the first quarter of next year, 2023, they're gonna design and construction of the play to earn game on another blockchain, which is gonna happen either on Phantom or BSC. I personally prefer BSC. Curious to see what that game will look like. I actually came across another project that was doing a game where you have your plane in a 3D. It's like a racing game, but it's a plane. And you have to fly between buildings and so on. Maybe I'll send that to him as an idea, but it looked pretty cool. I mean, I'll assume it'll be like a racing game. I would love if it was a racing game, but we'll see what happens in the future and see, you know, once they start uploading some more pictures or little sneak peeks of their play to earn game. So they're gonna launch their play to earn game for G2 fighter planes. Does that mean that only people that got the G2 fighter planes will be able to play the game? I don't know. Let's see. Bridging from for Phantom / ADA swap on interactive website. That's pretty cool. Portion over game to Cardano if possible. Makes sense since they're a Cardano project. So just to keep in mind, guys, they do say we will aim to follow our air map plans as much as we can. There might be time changes to the plans above, which should be taken into consideration, which is completely understandable. You know, the more you start creating stuff in your project, you know, there's always complications that happen, and either you do it quick or it's slightly delayed. As long as the team announces that and what their plans are, and they're very honest about what they're doing, then I don't see no problem with that. You want to make sure that your project works. You don't want to just upload it in time and it's just a piece of crap. So at least they mentioned that here, so it's good. Other than that, if we go down to the frequently asked questions, it's just your typical stuff, guys. You know, OG and whitelisted pilots will get to mint early than public. Basically makes sense. Obviously 40 ADA to mint one plane. It says 3,333, which is the G1 with option of releasing G2 in the future. And from what their air map said, they'll be used in the play to earn game. Of course, your usual wallets. I personally never use CC Vault. So I want to try using it because people will be saying it's pretty fast. So we'll see what happens. So if you want to be an OG whitelisted person, there's instructions on their Discord, so you can follow that. Apart from that, guys, I think it's a pretty cool project. I will be keeping in touch with the founder of this project with a possible collaboration, see if it makes sense. They have a good following, 4,547. They sold half of their mint, which is pretty damn good. I mean, there's a lot of NFTs right there. So they do have a community, that's for sure. Now, jumping into their Discord, they currently have 3,791 members. That's a good community, guys. That's a very good community. So let's check it out. Let's join. So they do have a pretty cool community. You know, we have your typical channels, show your planes. A lot of people are showing their planes right here, which is pretty cool. Actually, a lot of variations. I actually really like them. So yeah, pretty cool community. We have obviously our typical general chat, which I lost it just now. Right here. So it looks like a lot of people are talking. It seems to me from what I checked before, a lot of people are talking. There's a community. So you know, one thing, you want to jump into a project, make sure they have a community, make sure people are active, and you know, people have questions. So guys, that being said, check out their Discord. I'm going to put it on the link in the description below. I'll also put down their Twitter and their website. But other than that, guys, pretty cool project. I'm curious to see what they're going to do, because I think the project has a lot of potential, and still, even, you know, with the current following, I think it's still underrated compared to other projects that don't have the, you know, the roadmap that they're making. So that being said, guys, you know, check out this project. All the links below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.